Fear of public speaking can be caused by several factors: neurological, social, or experiential. The primary factor is closely related to the natural stress mechanism more commonly known as the fight or flight response. This fear can depend from a primitive need to protect oneself from a physical or pseudo-physical threat, subjective characteristics of the individual and linked with the perception of the seriousness and/or importance of the situation and the arguments, a specific pathologic phobia, which could have also symptoms such as uncontrollable shaking, sweating, and an elevated heart rate. This animation will show you some techniques to reduce these problems. You can try to resolve public speaking anxiety yourself when it is not a deep-rooted phobia, with some useful techniques for dealing with it, which we could summarize as follows. Preparation, breathing, tone of voice and posture, visualization. Preparation. To be prepared, it is important that you should know the place where you will be speaking, the audience and the timing. You should be prepared about your speech, its structure and content. So it is important to start with the topic you know best and try to give your speech an order comprising an opening, middle, and closing part. To repeat your speech a couple of times, mentally or, better still, out loud, with the help of a friend who is willing to listen. To never learn the speech by heart word for word, to avoid being artificial and to avoid getting stuck at the first lapse of memory. To have a piece of paper with notes, a list of phrases or keywords in the speech. Breathing. Often, when speaking in front of an audience, you breathe heavily or you hold your breath. A good breathing exercise is useful before facing the audience. There are several breathing exercises that allow you to visualize and focus on your breathing. These exercises help to relax the diaphragm and regain control of emotions, reducing anxiety and stress levels. It is useful to inhale through the nose for 4 seconds. Hold the air for 4 seconds. Exhale through the mouth for 4 seconds. Continue the exercise for 15 minutes. Tone of voice and posture. When speaking, only a small part of what is perceived is given by the pure meaning of the words, because emotionally, the listener is more affected by the shape of the voice of the speaker. Thanks to the tone of voice and the rhythm of the speech, and by his gestures that keep his attention. Depending on the purpose of the speech you have. To manage and modulate the tone of voice. To manage the pauses to emphasize a certain concept. For these reasons, it is useful to repeat different times your speech. Out loud, recording yourself. And in front of a mirror. Visualization. A final very useful strategy to overcome the fear of public speaking is the visualization of the speech in the moment of being delivered in front of the audience. For doing this, you have to imagine for 15 minutes that your speech has been delivered in the best possible way and the audience applauds. In this way you can savor all the pleasant sensations even before actually experience them.